Hello, my name is Udwin. I'm a local bartender, bitters maker, and business owner, and I'm here today to present my cocktail for the Bombay Sapphire Most Imaginative Bartender competition. The cocktail we're making today is called Victoria's Euphoria, named for the visage of Queen Victoria on the beautiful bottle of Bombay Sapphire gin. We're going to start using an ISI whipped cream maker to do an infusion and a fat wash. All right, so we're going to start with some cocoa nibs. Everybody seems to tie a health craze or a health trend to one of these ingredients. It seems like cocoa nibs are very popular in the health food stores. All sorts of, I don't know, antioxidants or electrolytes or something. But they're delicious and they add a great background flavor and a great chocolate earthy note that's going to really kind of just give it a little bit of oomph to this cocktail. So we're going to start by adding a tablespoon for each serving. Next, we're going to add a little bit of coconut oil. Also seems to be a crazy health conscious ingredient lately. And I just love the effect that coconut oil has on a cocktail, adding texture, coconut flavor, and just a great kind of mouthfeel that I really enjoy. So I'm doing this by weight because if you've ever worked with stuff, it's a little sticky and hard to manage. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of coconut oil, which is about ½ ounce per cocktail. 2 spoons, always a good idea because, like I said, very sticky. And the next and possibly the most crucial ingredient in this cocktail is, of course, Bombay Sapphire gin. We're going to do a healthy 2 ounces per serving, and we're going to just insert it directly in to this whipped cream canister. Now, the cool thing about alcohol is that it's very greedy, and the molecules of alcohol are very good at absorbing the flavors of things. And if you were to put these ingredients in some gin overnight, or for a couple of days, it would pick up all of these great flavors. But we don't have a couple of days. We're going to do this right now. So what we're using is a little bit of nitrous in a whippet. And what that'll do is that will open the cell walls of the ingredients and allow that alcohol to get in there and really do its job and be happy. Whoa, that almost was bad. So, okay, so we want this to sit for about a minute. So what I'm going to do during that time is chill down my glassware. Okay, so now we're going to also fill our mixing glass with ice. The colder you make this mixing glass, the better, because we want it to be very cold, but we want the dilution to happen slowly. And the more ice you have, the slower your product will dilute. And I want this to dilute slowly because I'm not done making this drink yet. Now that this is sat an appropriate amount of time, we're going to off gas the canister and release the nitrous so it doesn't explode when I try to open it and get all over me. What this should do, though, is it should give you a great aroma of the coconut and the cocoa nibs and of course the gin. Gin has a great aroma, a lot of those botanicals kind of blending with the coconut and the cocoa nibs in the air around us. Now that this is infused, we're going to make a cocktail. So let's see here. We're going to grab a bottle of Boy Drinks World Passion Fruit Bitters, and we're going to add 8 milliliters, about We want 1.5 to 2 milliliters per cocktail for this drink. And then we're going to add some honey syrup. This is just honey and water, much easier to use than trying to pour regular honey. And we are going to use 1/2 ounce per drink, so 2 ounces of honey. Now, when you do this, the coconut oil should be fairly solid. You don't have to put it in the fridge, but room temperature or fairly solid because you don't want it to be liquid. Coconut oil will become liquid at a temperature that is just slightly warmer than room temperature. I mean, you could leave it in the sun and it would turn to liquid. We don't want to do that, because otherwise you'd never be able to get it back out. In this case, it clumps, and you were able to just filter it out with the cocoa nibs. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. You see all those beautiful cocoa nibs. So to make the foam, we're going to start off with some eggs. And we're going to crack some egg whites into this tin. Now I'm going to use 5 egg whites here, because that'll give me pretty much a full canister of foam. Don't always need that for this cocktail, but it seems like it works a lot better when the canister is full. So we've got our 5 egg whites, and that's going directly into the whipped cream canister. We're going to use this actually a little bit more like it was actually intended. All right, now to dress this foam up a little bit, because right now it's just egg whites, we're going to start with some more of that honey syrup, and we're going to just use 1 ounce of that to make the foam, just to give it a little sweetness and some of that honey flavor to pair well with the cocktail. It's basically mimicking the cocktail. And we're going to use some passion fruit bitters, 3/4 ounce. Not often you measure bitters in a jigger, but for this, it's worth it. And then, just because we can, and we want to give that foam some great aromatics, we're going to use the Bombay Sapphire again, about 1/2 ounce of that. All right, and that's our foam. Now you need to shake this about 10 times, just like you were making whipped cream. Nice chilled down glasses. Okay, so we're just going to make sure this is good and mixed and cold and diluted right where we want it. Okay. Get some cocktail in here. Hopefully not too many chunks of ice. And top it with a little bit of foam. All right, so this is called Queen Victoria's Euphoria, named for the fine lady on the Bombay Sapphire bottle. Enjoy. Cheers. Silky smooth, luxurious, delicious.